Wonder film. Wonder is a 2017 American coming-of-age drama film directed by Stephen Chbosky and written by Jack Thorne, Stephen Conrad, and Chbosky. It is based on the 2012 novel of the same name by R.J. Palacio and stars Julia Roberts, Owen Wilson, Jacob Tremblay, Noah Jupe, Izabela Vidovic, Bryce Gheisar, and David Diggs. The film, which follows a boy with Treacher Collins syndrome trying to fit in, was released in the United States on November 17, 2017, by Lionsgate. It received positive reviews from critics and audiences, with many praising Tremblay and Roberts' performances, Chbosky's direction, writing, musical score, and faithfulness to Palacio's novel. The film grossed $306 million worldwide on a $20 million budget. At the 90th Academy Awards, the film was nominated for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. A spin-off sequel/prequel film, White Bird, A Wonder Story, will release on October 14, 2022, with Gheisar reprising his role. Plot: Augie Pullman is a 10-year-old boy living in a brownstone in Brooklyn with his mother Isabel, father Nate, older sister Via, and dog Daisy. He was born with a rare medical facial deformity, which he refers to as mandibulofacial dysostosis, and has undergone 27 different surgeries in order to see, smell, speak, and hear. Augie has been homeschooled, but as he approaches 5th grade, his parents decide to enroll him in Beecher Prep, a private middle school. Before the school year begins, Augie meets with Mr. Tushman, the principal, who arranges a tour for him with 3 other students, Jack, Julian, and Charlotte. When school starts, Augie is ostracized, but soon forms a close friendship with Jack. For Halloween, Augie dresses in a ghost face mask and cloak from last year, when Daisy ruins the Boba Fett costume he was planning to wear. He walks through school upbeat and confident due to the anonymity his costume affords him. However, as he enters his homeroom, he overhears Jack, who does not recognize him, joining Julian and his friends in making fun of him behind his back by saying that he would kill himself if he looked like Augie. He becomes sick, forcing Isabel to abandon her mother-daughter day with Via to bring Augie home. Though she is hurt, Via convinces Augie to go trick-or-treating with her, as she has been rejected by her best friend Miranda. Augie forms a new friendship with a girl named Summer and confides in her about his split with Jack. When Jack asks Summer why Augie is avoiding him, she only gives him the clue Ghostface. In science class, realization dawns on him, and he resolves to partner with Augie instead of Julian for the school science fair. When Julian confronts Jack in the hallway and calls Augie a freak, the two begin fighting, which is broken up by Mr. Brown and another teacher. After suspending Jack for 2 days, Mr. Tushman reads Jack's letter about defending Augie. Jack apologizes to Augie via Minecraft, and they reconcile. Meanwhile, Via signs up for drama club after meeting a theater student named Justin, with whom she soon begins a romantic relationship. Via is selected as Miranda's understudy for the lead role in the school's production of Our Town, but on opening night, Miranda sees that Via's parents are in attendance while her own are not, so she feigns illness in order to let Via take her place. Via gives a moving performance that earns her a standing ovation, and she and Miranda reconcile. Augie's popularity and circle of friends grow bigger over time, especially after he and Jack win the science fair, but he continues to be harassed by Julian and his friends until Mr. Brown notices. Mr. Tushman later confronts Julian and his parents with the evidence, including hate notes and a class picture with Augie photoshopped out. Julian's mother, admitting that she edited Augie out of the picture, defends Julian's actions and asserts that the students should not be exposed to Augie. Despite her threats to pull their funding from the school, Mr. Tushman suspends Julian for 2 days, causing him to miss a nature retreat. As they leave, Julian becomes distraught when his parents pull him out of the school, declaring he will not be back in the fall. He apologizes to Mr. Tushman. At the nature retreat, Augie and Jack are threatened by a trio of seventh graders from another school, but Julian's friends rally and defend the two. Augie becomes more accepted by his classmates following this. At the year-end graduation ceremony, Augie thanks Isabel for taking him to school. Isabel tells him that you really are a wonder, Augie. Augie is given the Henry Ward Beecher Medal for his strength and courage and receives a standing ovation from his friends as well as Julian. The movie ends with everyone cheering Augie on as he delivers a voiceover narration telling the viewers and quoting the last precept Mr. Brown gave in class: be kind, for everyone is fighting a hard battle. And if you really want to see what people are, all you have to do is look. Cast: Jacob Tremblay as August Augie Pullman, Noah Jupe as Jack Will, Augie's best friend, Julia Roberts as Isabel Pullman, Augie's mother, Owen Wilson as Nate Pullman, Augie's father, Izabela Vidovic as Olivia Via Pullman, Augie's older sister, Maxie Margaret Chbosky as young Via, Mandy Patinkin as Mr. Tushman, David Diggs as Mr. Brown, Sonia Braga as Granz, Daniel Rose Russell as Miranda Navas, Via's best friend, Naji Jeter as Justin Hollander, Via's boyfriend, Bryce Gheisar as Julian Albans, Augie's classmate and bully, Millie Davis as Summer Dawson, Al McKinnon as Charlotte Cody, Nicole Oliver as Amanda Will, Crystal Lowe as Melissa Albans, Steve Bassick as Mr. Albans, Ollie Liebert as MS Patosis. Production, development. On November 27, 2012, it was announced that Lionsgate was developing a feature film adaptation of R.J. Palacio's debut novel Wonder, and were in talks with John August to write the screenplay. Mandeville Films' David Hoberman and Todd Lieberman produced the film. On May 8, 2013, Jack Thorne was hired to adapt the novel after August had departed from the project. In October 2014, John Crocodis was reported to be directing the film, though in April 2015, Paul King was hired to direct instead. Stephen Conrad was writing the script at that time. Casting. On April 14, 2016, Jacob Tremblay was cast to play the lead role, Augie Pullman, while Julia Roberts was in talks to play Augie's mother. On May 5, 2016, Roberts' casting was confirmed, and Stephen Chbosky was set as the film's director. On June 27, 2016, Owen Wilson joined to play Augie's father. On July 11, 2016, newcomer Noah Jupe joined the cast as Augie's best friend at school, and on July 15, 2016, David Diggs was cast as Mr. Brown, an English teacher at the school. On August 19, 2016, Sonia Braga joined the cast, portraying the role of Roberts' character's mother. Special effects. Tremblay's prosthetic makeup, designed and created by Argent Tuiton, took an hour and a half to apply. It consisted of a skull cap with prosthetic ears attached, a facial prosthetic that covered Tremblay's face, and a wig to tie it all together. Filming took place in several locations in British Columbia, Canada, and Kenai Island, New York, from July 18 to September 13, 2016. Music. Marcelo Zorvos composed the film's score. Lee Miller composed a song for the film, Brand New Eyes. It was released on August 3, 2017. Wonder author R.J. Palacio has often credited Natalie Merchant's song Wonder from her 1995 album Tiger Lily as the inspiration for her best-selling book. At Merchant's invitation, the song was featured on the soundtrack. The song is played during the film's end credits. Release. Lionsgate had initially scheduled Wonder to be released in the United States on April 7, 2017. On February 13, 2017, it was announced that the release date had been pushed back Wonder had its world premiere at the Regency Village Theater in Los Angeles on November 14, 2017. Reception. Box office. Wonder grossed $132 million in the United States and Canada, and $173 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $306 million, against a production budget of $20 million. Deadline Hollywood calculated the film made a net profit of $55.03 million when factoring together all expenses and revenues. In the United States and Canada, Wonder opened alongside Justice League, The Star and Roman J. Israel Esquire, and was initially projected to gross around $9 million from 3,096 theaters in its first weekend. However, after grossing $740,000 from Thursday night previews and receiving a large number of group ticket sales, weekend projections were upped to $15 million. Weekend projections were again increased, this time to $28 million, after the film made $9.04 million on its first day. The film went on to debut to $27.01 million, finishing second at the box office, behind Justice League. In its second weekend, the film dropped just 17.7%, grossing $22.07 million and finishing third at the box office. Critical response. On review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 86% based on 190 reviews, and an average rating of 7.1/10. The site's critical consensus reads, Wonder doesn't shy away from its best-selling source material's sentiment, but this well-acted and overall winsome drama earns its tugs at the heartstrings. On Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 66 out of 100, based on 33 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of a plus on and a plus to F scale. Some reviewers criticized the decision to cast an actor without the same condition as Augie as undermining the film's message. In August 2021, during Edinburgh TV Festival's MacTaggart Lecture, co-writer Jack Thorne, while not specifically citing Wonder, acknowledged that he had failed to stand up for disabled talent on projects involving the subject, and sought to rectify this through pushing for new disability initiatives like Underlying Health Condition, which launched in December. Accolades. Follow-ups. Sequel/prequel film. White Bird, a Wonder story, a spin-off sequel/prequel war drama film to Wonder based on R.J. Palacio's graphic novel of the same name, starring Gillian Anderson and Helen Mirren, with Bryce Gheisar reprising his role as Julian Albans, began production in February 2021 in the Czech Republic. Described as a companion piece to the original film, the film follows Julian as his Parisian grandmother tells him stories of her childhood as a young Jewish girl living in Nazi-occupied France during World War II, when she was hidden from the Nazis by a classmate and his family. Initially scheduled to be released on September 16, 2022, the film's release date was ultimately delayed to October 14, 2022. Musical adaptation. It was announced on April 9, 2019, that a musical adaptation of the film is in the works for Broadway. Jill Furman Hamilton will produce. R.J. Palacio will adapt the novel for the stage production.